Rob's Arcade, Rob's Arcade, where the games get played and the games get saved so they can be played on another day. Rob's Arcade.
Well, hello guys, what's up? Welcome back to Rob's Arcade. I'm your host, Rob French, your host from coast to coast in Los Santos, hanging out with you in another installment of the Midweek Breakdown. Now, I want to give a special salute to all my R cadets out there hanging out, all my subscribers coming back every week. And if you're not a subscriber, man, go ahead. If you're not, hit that subscribe button. Tons of cool videos coming this way. We got the holidays coming up. I love to share vacations and just different trips, things that I always have going on. But I always come to you guys twice a week. We do the Monday show where I hang out, just kind of catch up on the weekend, see how your weekend was, what you got going on this week. And then I like to touch base again on Wednesday. Midweek breakdown, get you through that hump, give you guys something other than just school and work to kind of focus on, and plus it's new comic book day, what this thing is all really about today. It's the midweek breakdown, but let's face it, it's really about comic books today. But we got a lot of stuff to kind of kick through, so let's go ahead. I love toys with toys, right? Let's go and put this guy down for a minute and let's go ahead and jump into this week. Hopefully you guys have had a great week so far. I have. It's been wonderful, kind of kicking into November, still watching some horror movies and some creepy stuff, Vampire Diaries and all of that. But also it's just been really fun. My wife, she went to Halloween Horror Nights and actually picked me up some really cool stuff also from Disney Springs, which I want to share this with you guys right now. It's the 50th celebration as we know at Disney, and she picked me up a really cool pen and patch set from Disney Springs on our way back from Halloween Horror Nights. And Buck and I, who you just heard singing that amazing intro, have still been kind of hanging out on GTA, testing everything out, checking out all these horror nights and events that they have going on right now, and just been having a ton of fun. And I want to give both these guys a special shout out because this week my wife not only picked me up this great pen, but she went into the office for the first time in a long time. We moved here about 4 months ago, which God, I can't believe it's already been that long. And yesterday was her first time in the office with the company that she works for, and she had a lot of fun. And Buck, my good friend, who I've been hanging out with and doing some cool GTA stuff and Halloween junk over the weekend, also started a new job, and he went into the office yesterday. And hopefully, Buck, I wish you the best of, he's starting a whole new career, and Buck, the best of luck. Hopefully it meets your highest expectations. You can kind of roll with the flow and all of this. It's true what they say. The grass is always greener on the other side. So hopefully this is a great opportunity for you. And gosh, I can't imagine starting a whole new career. You must be totally gassed. Completely smoked. Completely stoked about this whole new endeavor you're facing. So I'm wishing you the best of luck, and congratulations again to my wife for making it into the office for the first time in a long time. Now, like I said, it's Wednesday. That, getting through the week. Hopefully, you guys' week has been great. Mine has been. And I want to know what you guys have been up to. So as long as hitting that subscribe button, I want you guys to hit the like or the dislike, whatever. And also hop down in the comment section, type away. Let me know what you guys have been up to. It's the first few days in November. We're getting into fall. It's not too cool here quite yet, but we're hitting that hoodie season, and everybody's out there picking apples for apple cider. I don't know. Anyway, But like I said, it is Wednesday. Hopefully you guys have been having a great week so far. So I do want you to comment, let me know what you guys have been up to. And like I said, it's Wednesday, so we're going to check out some new comic books. And I can't stress this enough. I'm going to try to leave a link down in my comment section. I'm not the greatest with these kind of things, but I can't stress this enough. You have to check out the Comic Book Club video before you check out my video. These guys do an amazing job. This is the comic book shop I visit every weekend. They're amazing. I don't really know why you would go anywhere else, because they actually save you money on comic books, believe it or not. My wife probably would like, what do you, no, there's no way, it's impossible. But they do, and I highly recommend checking out DJ on his YouTube channel at the Comic Books Incorporated, kind of seeing what comes out, all the different comics, the different covers, whatever. And then come in here, check out my channel and see what I actually picked up. Now, I mentioned in my Monday show that I wanted you guys to start reading comics. That was kind of like a mandatory Monday thing for you guys to do. Pick up a comic book, read it, check it out, get back to me, tell me what you thought. And this is a free thing to do. Now, this is something I offer all the time, and all you have to do is just kind of search through my comments in different videos that I post. And if you do that, you can find little codes to the Marvel comic books that I pick up. Now, I don't really do a whole lot of the digital library as far as comic books go. I like the physical, smell that new book, turn the pages, that whole nine. But all the Marvel comics come with a free code. So what I've done is I've kind of hidden those in the comment section, and hopefully you guys have been checking those out. I highly recommend it. Dive in, check the comment section, follow the instructions, marvel.com/redeem. And hopefully you guys have been keeping up and doing that like little mandatory Monday thing, because like the Comic Book Club Incorporated, they say, reading is a great superpower, and it really is. It's like, it's a great gift, and comics got me into that. So, if I can share those books with you guys and you can enjoy them, that's really, really what this is all about. Now, I've got something cool to share with you guys. We just had the trailer for Morbius drop. It's like the official trailer, and I have my reaction to that. Not the actual trailer, mind you, but just my reaction to the trailer. So hopefully you guys have seen the trailer, and then you can kind of check out what I thought about it. I think it looks great. I'm going to share that with you guys while I go run out and grab some comics, give you guys something cool to check out and look at. And it's really fun to kind of see something other than it's been a lot of I feel like space trailers and movies stuff going on. We got the Buzz Lightyear, Boba Fett, which actually also looks really good, kind of reminiscent of like that whole Mandalorian thing they got going on. And then there's like Moonfall, and then Cowboy Bebop. It seemed like everything going on lately has been like outer space. So it was kind of cool to see something a little bit darker, a little edgier. Felt a little bit like not only like Sony, Spider-Man, Marvel Comics, but kind of like that meets the Lost Boys in a way, if that makes any sense. Hopefully it does. But yeah, it looks really amazing, and there looks like we got with this, if you will, things getting back to normal, whatever that means. But we have like a lot of some cool movies coming out. It looks like we're getting back to the theaters. Sony's really pushing their whole little universe. We got Spider-Man, Venom, and now Morbius coming out, and Marvel's steadily pushing their way back in. DC's got some really cool stuff coming out, so it looks like we're getting back into the swing of things. No pun intended. But go ahead, check out my reaction to the Morbius trailer. I'm gonna go grab some comic books. I don't want you guys to go too far. I'm gonna be back in just a few minutes. And yeah, go check out also the Comic Book Incorporated, the Comic Books Club Incorporated. See what's released, see what I picked up, and I will meet you guys back here in a few minutes. Peace.
doctor? I am a doctor. I should have died years ago. People all over the world have my disease. I'm here to find a cure. We have to push the boundaries, take the risks. If you're gonna run, do it now.
Dr. Michael Morbius, you've been missing for 2 months. Then you were found on a container ship that washed up off of Long Island.
I'm seriously getting the chills.
What did you do to yourself, Doctor?
I wish I knew. I went from dying to being more alive than ever. It worked. Not exactly. I have increased strength and speed. Some form of bat radar.
Look out.
What else can I do?
Look out, Batman. Osborne.
There's something inside of me that wants to hunt and consume blood. Michael. Can you control it? I don't know.
Half the city wants to kill you.
We haven't had anything this good since that thing in San Francisco.
The other half wants to control you.
Hey, Dr. Mike. You and I should stay in touch.
Poultry.
I'd do anything to save a life. But I don't know what I'm capable of.
You save lives, you don't take them. Are you here to heal the world? Or to destroy it?
Wow.
Who the hell are you, man?
I'm just kidding. It's Dr. Michael Morbius at your service.
All right, guys. Well, hopefully you liked my reaction. Hopefully you liked the trailer. Go check out the trailer for Morbius and then check out my reaction and see how it matches up with your own expectations. It looks really good. It actually looks like a solid Sony Marvel film, which, come at me all you want, given the recent Spider-Man films and the last 2 Venom attempts. This actually looks like something a little bit refreshing, kind of like the first Wonder Woman film of the DC universe, if you will. But anyway, overall, it looks absolutely amazing. Jared Leto looks like a perfect Morbius. And I really can't wait to see how this kind of plays out. It looks like it's going to be a similar kind of Venom, anti-hero kind of story. And of course, I love the little nod to Venom at the end of the trailer there. So go check out the Morbius trailer and then check out my reaction here. And like I said, see how it kind of compares with your own. Now, hopefully I wasn't gone too long. Went ahead and picked up some comics from the Comic Book Club, one of my favorite places to visit. And before I jump into what I picked up this week, I'd like to share with you just how many comic books I've read over the past week. Now, this past week was the week of 9/27, and ironically, I actually read 27 comic books this past week, which is a really great number. Looking here at, here we go, 9/27/21, we got 27 comic books read this week. That is absolutely phenomenal. I'd kind of like to double that number, maybe get into 50 comics. I wonder what the actual record is for how many comic books were read in 1 week. This is my little book. I like to keep what I what I need, what issues I need, and then how many books I've read per week. Yeah, I know, I'm a weirdo. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into what I picked up this week. I always love this. We got a cute little package here, all wrapped up from Dolly. And DJ over at the Comic Book Club Incorporated said this was kind of like a short week. It was under like 9 inches or something. This was a heavy week for me. Like, I was like, burn that receipt. If my wife sees this receipt, oh my God. This is like typically what I spent back in Richmond, Virginia, when I would pick up comic books, was what I spent today. And I haven't spent that in a long time because the Comic Book Incorporated, I didn't even use their password. Like, they got like a secret little code word you can use and like save some money. I might go in later on and like whatever, but they give me free comics. I almost feel bad. I know like that's what they do, but I almost feel bad sometimes. I'm like, you guys just gave me free comic books and then you want me to use the free code to get like 15% off. Like, I don't know. I'd rather come back later and just buy like one thing and be like, hey, yeah, here's the secret password or whatever. But these guys are so amazing. Dolly always wraps these up in such a great little package. And this was a heavy week, man. Like, I really did not, like, I was walking around and literally just like sat the stack of comics on a counter because I was like, I can't carry this anymore. Like, this is just stupid. So anyway, let's go ahead and open this guy up. Let's check out what I picked up this week over at the Comic Book Incorporated. I love these guys so much. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start off with some DC books here, it looks like. First off, we're gonna jump into The Soul Plumber, since we're coming out of Halloween. Now, this was a title I picked up. It was a horror comic, as you can see here along the edge. We got the DC Horror Presents Soul Plumber, and my dad was a plumber. He's retired at this point, but that's what he used to do. And so, like, these covers just feels like there's a lot of going. There's a soul stick and just, I don't know. It's like hidden into windows and bodies coming apart, and this just looks really, really cool. So Soul Plumber #2, one of the issues I picked up this week, as well as Mr. Miracle. Now, this is the closing. I think I have all the issues. I don't know. You guys have been hopefully paying attention, and you can tell me if I have the whole series or whether or not I need to travel through space and time and pick up the other issues. But I feel like I have this whole series. Really cool. Love Mr. Miracle. Love the colors. If I was going to do a superhero, those were the colors I would go with. Seriously, like, I just love that whole color scheme. Speaking of closing up on an end, we have a 9 out of 10 with the Swamp Thing. Very cool cover here. I feel like the Comic Club was like, it's not a big stack this week, but that's because of variance. But I'm telling you, man, I was picking up so many books this week. A lot of books, a lot of stuff to go through. I have issues I haven't read from last week, so I don't know. This might be that week I pop my 40. If I can pop my 40 point in comic book reading, that'd be amazing. 40 comics in 1 week. Let's try to get that going. Almost got 40 subscribers. Maybe if I can get 40 subscribers, I had that 40 comic book mode. So we have Superman 78. I love this cover. I actually tweeted this artist just a little while ago, Amy Reeder. We have a couple of variants, or maybe just one from Lee Weeks. Yeah, Lee Weeks, and then Amy Reeder did this cover. I think this is the best Superman has looked in ages. Like, I just really, really, truly love this. And I love the female artist perspective on characters. Like, he just looks so kind of like lost, innocent, but at the same time, like, super strong. I don't know. It's perfect. I really do. Amy Reeder, I just tweeted you. Hopefully you'll tweet me back. I love this cover. Absolutely one of my favorites. Totally just freaking just beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you. Love it. Superman 78. I love that whole run. We got like Batman, was it 89, and then Superman 78, kind of giving us a glimpse into what their worlds would be like if these movies kept on going, which I think is really cool. Really neat. Next on the list, speaking of Batman, we have Batman 116, The Fear State. Really cool cover. Now, DC's been doing these things where they have like these flat covers and then the glossy, heavy covers. I like the flat ones better, guys. Really, don't stop wasting your freaking money on these heavy cut, glossy covers. I don't want them. I like this cool, all the colors. Kind of reminds me, like I said, like the Batman Forever, Batman Returns aesthetic that they had going on in those films. And yeah, you just don't need, like, unless it's like a really like special book. I mean, this is a month-to-month title. Just give me the book. I don't need heavy gloss, crazy covers, all these variants. No, just give me the book. It's fine. Flat cover, nothing special. That's all I need. Now, if you do something cool like this, got the Human Target from the DC Black Label, yeah, give me a heavy, look at that, glossy cover, thick paper. That's what I want. Like, if I'm gonna do a book, it's got heavy paper, just do this. The monthly titles, we don't need it. Special editions, we don't need it. Little mini-series, don't need it. Mr. Miracle, he don't need it. No glossy, no heavy covers. Just give us something simple. Now with this Human Target, this is one of my favorites. I loved, they did a cool little Human Target, of course, show, and then a DC series, a couple of 2010, 15 years ago or something. It was really cool. They had like a main story and then a B story, which is one of my favorite things with comic books. Like, that's what you need. You need like a main story and then a backstory. Hold on, wait, I think maybe this guy, wait, here. Yes, also knows what I'm talking about. So with Batman, just threw that away. With Batman, you get the Batman story, but then down here, there's a B story, and that's always super important. And I remember with the original Human Target book, there was like a main story and then a B story that went on. I don't know if that's going to be the case with this. Doesn't quite look like it. Looks like it's all one story. Beautiful artwork. And then, of course, we're looking at a script by Tom King, who we all know from... All right, whatever, hit the comment section. You tell me. I know what he's from. I know what Tom King did. Tom King's done a lot, but there's one thing that I'm thinking of. And if you can guess the answer, well, you've eclipsed my knowledge. Jumping out of DC, we're going to hop into some Marvel. Now, I love these covers for these new Star Wars books, although I thought the Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunter thing was over. Apparently not. They did a really cool thing where they were doing like these kind of like data kind of cards where you had a character and then like a whole like description, kind of like a trading card kind of deal, but not quite. And I was really digging those. And then now they've been doing these really cool black and white. So we have War of the Bounty Hunters, Bounty Hunter, number what, 20? 17, sorry, jumping ahead. Number 17. I love this cool cover here. And like I said, I thought the War of the Bounty Hunters was over. I thought that was done. I thought it was, I guess we're dealing with the aftermath of all that story, and then continuing with the Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters, Star Wars number 18, also with this really cool black and white cover. It looks like we got Boba Fett kind of hiding out here in the background, keeping an eye on everybody. And then we have Han Solo here between Leia and Kira. Very cool cover. I like these a lot. Like, these are very beautiful covers. Kudos. I like the Star Wars because they keep changing it up. They do like the action figure boxes, like these trading card kind of things. Like, I don't know, they're out there, man. They do a great job. Love it. Absolutely love it. Finishing off with our Marvel titles. Now, this is just a great cover. It reminds me a lot of the Tarzan covers, and I have some of those books. My uncle Mel handed down to me, and this is a very cool variant edition of the Marvel Comics Andrew's Amazing Fantasy number 4. Wolverine there on the cover. Like I said, just kind of looks like that old school. We got like the runic writing there, and then just that cool like Tarzan Dark Horse comic artwork going on. Very cool. Homage to those guys. As we're heading into the holidays, we have some fun stuff going on here. Now, this is a one shot for my wife. Not what you think, guys. Get your head out the gutter. Stranger Things one shot, the holiday. Like, this is the winter special, kind of like the holiday edition. Looks like we got some little demi-dogs doing some ribbon tying, a little rabbit, which that kind of reminds me of like the new trailer we got going on. There was like a dead rabbit going on in there. Got the walkie-talkie happening. She's getting her own walkie-talkie out of a little Christmas box there. Very cool issue. I love the cover art. Like I said, a little one shot here of Stranger Things, and then on the back, something's going down. Got the whole gang there. Pretty spellbound. Again, just love this cover. It looks like a Christmas card, right? Beautiful. Cool. Something for the wife there. Also out this week from kind of like, I guess, the indie books, we have Spawn, one of the longest running solo, like, well, not really solo, but independent titles out there, with the king, the Violator, hanging out, giving trick-or-treats to all these kids dressed up like different superheroes. Now, I'm gonna call you out, DJ, the Comic Club, because I think you said they were just DC superheroes, but we have not just Batman and Wonder Woman, but we also have Captain America down there, which is a Marvel superhero. Now, I might be wrong, but I thought you just called out the DC heroes. We have kids here dressed up like all across the board, and then we got the little Spawn guy down there, which kind of reminds me of like the Spawn babies, you know, kill all. Some skulls here going on remind me a lot of the Predator, which of course this guy's totally a predator, sex maniac, pervert, luring kids into his house with brains and hearts and tricks and treats. Really cool story. We're blending a lot of like vampires and neat stuff with the Spawn books, and he's branching out, man. King Spawn, Gunslinger. It's getting deep. Now this, I was listening to the Comic Books Incorporated video in my little headphones, and they mentioned this book. I was actually like in the parking lot, like, yes, it's out. It's finally out. Now, I picked up the homage to Casey Jones. Go back and watch that video. But this is the TMNT Best of April O'Neil. Absolutely beautiful. Kind of reminds me of my wife a little bit right there. Very cool book. I should have picked up 2 of these. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. Like, as soon as I read this, I'm gonna polish it like with a tissue and like slip it into a book. This is beautiful, only because it's got some great stories. We got the TMNT April O'Neil micro series story, the TMNT number 118 story, but I think the best is the actual Mirage number 2 story, just the number 1. We got that original cool Ninja Turtle art there. Let's look at this here. Here we go. Oh gosh. Oh, here's a cool shot with the turtles without their masks on. Oh man. Literally, like, this was, I knew this book was coming. I'm like, where is it? Like, this is like months I've been waiting on this book. Very, very cool. And now finally, but not least at all, this was a very cool find. This is one of those things when DJ mentioned in his video, I was like, I have to pick this up. And like I said, I was picking up books left and right. I had like a stack. And he's like, are these your books? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, was that EC book? And I'm like, the DC book? Yeah, all the DC books. No, the EC book. I'm like, yeah, the EC, the whole stack. Everything you see right here, dude, is mine. I'm like, this I'm picking up. There was another guy, he drives a beautiful Mustang, all Batmaned out. I see him at the comic shop all the time. Really cool guy. But he was looking for this too. This was priced extremely well. Like, I wasn't sure if I would pick this up. I saw this in the video and I'm like, oh man, this is the stuff that got me into comic books, guys. That like Tales from the Crypt, those weird mystery science tales, Tales from the Crypt, the whole Vault of Horror. Oh man, the Haunt of Fear. This is like the old witch, the Vault Keeper. Like, I'm sure, I guarantee you 100% there are books in here that I've already read because they did an amazing job in the 90s doing like a cool reprint. And if you've gone back and watched some recent videos of mine, you see that I just picked up a Tales from the Crypt #1 reprint, which kind of is what started my whole comic book collection to begin with. The Creep Show kind of got me into horror comics, and then my dad saw that, started picking up Tales from the Crypt, and next thing you know, Spider-Man, Batman, all that just kind of fell into the wheelhouse. So hopefully me and that other guy, we can still be friends after I grab this book. That's one of those things, man, like I don't always get to the comic shop in time, and like sometimes there are things I want, things I need, and I'm like, oh man, I missed out. Like, that guy got it. I'm kind of like sometimes glad because I don't necessarily want to spend the money. But I mean, God, guys, for $20, look at that. Look how thick that is. Beautiful, great cover art. Like, I'm gonna like really, I'll look at all these. I guess these are all the issues inside there. Oh man, that's glorious. Absolutely freaking glorious. Guys, I don't know. Tell me what you think. What's your favorite? What's your pick? What would you read first? I don't even know where to freaking start this week. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up, guys. Jump into some comic books, but hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. Like I said, hit the like, the dislike, the comment section, share the video, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And like I said, guys, this is never goodbye, simply to be continued. Until next time, don't spend that quarter anywhere else. And of course, head to marvel.com/redeem. Enter all these codes. I'll leave in the comment section for you guys. And read some comics yourself, because like I said, these guys at the comic book club, they know what's up, man. Reading is powerful. Reading is the best superpower you have. So grab a comic, do a little reading, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
This could get messy. Skills will be put to the test like never before.
It's time to turn it up a notch.
This is crazy.
30 years of Fresh Prince. Let's go!